Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Takes the handoff. It's Peoples. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Peoples. And works it through the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on 3rd down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the 3rd down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground, knocked down at the 28-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and getting them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Buckeyes are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Smith. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's got it on the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Now watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On the snap, it's Smith. Into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Complete to start this drive. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continued to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
Got it in the middle. It's Graham. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Making side adjustments here. Scanning the field. It's Sayin. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Powers through the defender. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Got the quick pass. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Safe completion on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You can tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Leaves it with the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Graham. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun to give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To throw, it's Sayin. And that one did not work.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cobb. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Cobb. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Snap from the gun on third down. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Cobb. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Gonna run it. It's Pop. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bounces through the end zone. It's a they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking left. Makes the grab.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They go to the ground.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Gonna run it. It's Pop. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Tight end finds a soft spot. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Buckeyes are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward. Play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Tight end now in motion. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Graham. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Buckeyes will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the Buckeyes pick up the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. He wants to change this route. We open the final period with a 3rd down play. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. we're not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
A run for the quarterback. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point. And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Get this drive started from the 29. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Line getting set on second down. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. This time it's complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Calls his own number. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Good catch on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
1st and goal as they can just take their time and try to put this one out of reach. Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Alabama is on the short side of things right now. But like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Ole Miss. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change. This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Trying to keep the drive alive. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
And this offense, man, they talked about it coming out of half. They wanted to get their guy into a rhythm. To do that, man, you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. He's been hit a lot. He hasn't made that many plays throughout this football game. They got to do a better job of protecting their guy.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.